How much money should your kids get? At what age? And how can you teach them to make smart financial decisions that build wealth early on, instead of becoming just good consumers? Money habits start early, so by guiding them now, when they're young, you're helping them to set them up for financial success, because they're not going to be financially wiser if they did not have anything to do with it in their childhood, and then magically being 20-year-old and knowing exactly how to figure everything out or how to use money the right way. Stay till the end to not only find out what mistakes I made at the beginning, even though one of my degrees has been education sector, but also how I fixed that mistake. Let's dive right in. The big why. Pocket money isn't just about spending. It should teach kids how money works, responsibility, and decision making. Handling their own money helps kids realizing it's out there, but they have to make good choices to get more of that. Managing money builds self-assurance that leads in better financial security and decisions. There is a wealthy mindset behind. Kids who learn, manage, save, and invest early on understand wealth building better than those who just consume. But how much money or pocket money should your kids get? Fast, let me just ask you for a quick act of kindness by clicking the subscribe button down there. It's free, it's fast, and you're really making my day and letting me know that all the work I'm putting in those videos and this channel is worth the effort. Thank you so much. The amount of money that you're giving your kids depends on their age too, but also on your financial situation for sure. There is a journal guide that I made for myself. At the age of 4 and 7, for example, I started small with $1 to $5 a week. The goal is to teach basic saving and spending. The age between 8 and 15, or around that age, it increased a bit to $5 or $10. At this age, I introduced budgeting for toys, snacks, and activities, and savings. And between the age of 15 or 18, teens should get more, $10 or $20 a week, to cover clothes, outings, or hobbies. Help to manage larger sums by introducing a monthly allowance. Now, obviously, if you are in a very much higher level of income, you would consider even more pocket money. I would still consider to make sure the amount is not crazy high. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. What's the teaching point? In those ages between 4 and 7, it's just basic, learn to count and get a feeling for what costs how much. Between 8 and 15, I introduced learning through chores and helped me set aside money for different goals. And between 15 and 18, I started teaching budgeting for larger things, long-term goal settings, and introduced saving and investment concepts. Open a saving account, for example. And if the money is so high, so you're giving them a lot of pocket money, for example, so I'm not talking about just 20 or 30 bucks more than I just mentioned, but I'm talking about a very much higher amount, like hundreds or thousands of dollars a month. Kids should understand, not be spoiled crazy kids running around pay for whatever, but to manage the amount wiser. How can you help your kids to make smarter decisions with their money in the long run? Teach them to split their money into categories, for example. That's what we did. Spending, saving, and later on investing, and also giving. Set financial goals together. Short and long-term goals. For example, save for a toy or a bike or a gadget that they want to have, and show how to plan for those. Teach them to wait for bigger rewards. To explain the power of patience in wealth building. Model a good financial behavior as well. Kids learn by watching. Let them see how you budget or invest. Be open about financial mistakes and how you handle them. You can turn your kids to wealth builders. To make sure they're having key lessons to not just get good consumers, but actually building wealth for their life. Needs face wants. Explaining needs are essentials, while wants are things that we find nice to have, but also teach them what to prioritize. What brings long-term value? Teaching investment early and show them how your money can grow can also be helpful. So I hope you paid attention to my other videos too. Showing how an investment can grow is very fascinating, even for an early age. So I hope you opened already investment account for yourself and a while ago for them too. Let them get familiar with investing. And if they're older, let them be a part of your financial journey and show them that knowledge in this area is essential for all their life. If possible, help them to invest in their first stock market product or a fund, so they see how money can grow, work for them. Also encouraging them into entrepreneurship, Support them in small plans like selling craft, lemonade stands, or other habits. Teach them to reinvest earnings for future growth. Also, introduce giving. That was very big when I teach my kids. Teaching the importance of charity. Save a portion of their allowance, not only for themselves, but being aware that not everyone has the same amount on this planet. It fosters generosity and a sense of social responsibility. One of my kids loves animals. Donating a couple dollars here and there for an animal shelter made sense. Consistency is key here too. Regularly discuss money with your kids to reinforce the lessons. Have monthly budget reviews. Whether it's their saving or investments or making a wise purchase. There are so many benefits of early financial education. Starting early assures lifelong confidence, better decision making, and a wealth-building mindset. Kids who understand money are most likely to not fall into debt or just fall in this consume culture. If you follow me by now, you know I'm completely transparent. So one of my mistakes I want to share today. It laid in consistency with my oldest kid. Not only that I simply forgot that it's pocket money day, which was surely easy to fix by setting a reminder, but also sometimes not taking enough time about what plans they have. So it happened here and there that I gave them the money, and by the end of the next day, when I had the time to talk about their budgeting or what they have planned, they already spent it all. By now, depending on each of their ages, I have a 17, 12, and 6-year-old. We're better by setting goals and introducing my oldest in investment opportunities. But one thing is for sure not easy. It's giving up the control. So sure, there were purchases, like for my opinion, unnecessary sweets or other items that I was not agreeing. But when kids get older, on a certain point, there is this much you can do. But the rest they have to figure out themselves. And if some decisions are not as good, they are the ones who have to have the responsibility to learn from their mistakes. So a big takeaway here is stay consistent, be a good role model, also in terms of your finances, and talk. Talk. Money has to be something far more people should talk about with each other and with their kids, not about complaining about it or how less money you have or how the system goes wrong, but how you can develop your skills, how you can get access to different possibilities or business ideas. So yes, in my opinion, pocket money is not just about giving kids money to spend on their own. It's about skills that they have for their lifetime. By helping your kids making smart money decisions early on, you're setting them up for a long-term financial success. Keep the lessons simple, consistent, and fun. With your guidance, your children can learn how to build wealth. Educate yourself as well doing along that way. Tell me in the comments how much money you give your kids and what age your kid is, because I think it's very interesting how you handle this topic. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet for more tips on financial goals and how you can reach them. And like always, stay motivated, be productive. See you soon.